Salutations! Welcome to another episode of Foxx Plays KSP, the 365-day challenge round 2. Today we are on the launch pad with Service Truss 2, destined for KBN-B, and it is once again on top of our KR-700. So it's quite a heavy payload. So this is one of the only rockets that I've got kind of ready-made that can do it. So I think we're gonna try a gravity turn, but I remember having problems with it. I guess we're gonna call it like 56 and 42. What do we need? We need like 140. Go like 160. Yeah, not 1600. That'd be bad. And don't get rid of fairing. That'll break the lower stage, but I don't care. Okay. So, prep your ears. Might be loud. Give you a countdown. Just to pause or turn down your headphones or whatever. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oof! That thrust to weight ratio, or thrust to weight ratio, I might need like some SRBs or something here. Ooh. Alright, that might cause a problem, but we're gonna let it play out. I did not change the roll properly, so yeah, it's gonna be going up at a weird angle. So we might get pushed off course. Hopefully it will be smart enough to keep itself right though. Love the flickering with engine lighting. See how it flickers? How cool is that? And actually, I think this is the first time these boosters have been actually launched at this angle, so I don't know how they'll decouple. Fortunately, though, they are the later models with Separatrons, so that should help. Super excited for Unity 5. That is going to be awesome. Because I've got like 6 gig of memory just kind of sitting there not doing anything right now. It's like you could be doing more physics calculations. You could be doing more graphics stuff. You know, I've got, one of the higher end graphics cards and it's still just not, ugh, come on, man. Optimization. Get you some, KSP. About to have stage 0 cutoff. This will be the deciding factor here if they're gonna decouple properly. Moment of truth. Hey, that was actually pretty good. Sweet. Look at that. It's doing that weird thing because it thinks it needs more AOA to... Basically, it's trying to stick to a path. Oh, that's something else that I don't think I've ever shown with gravity turning, is the map. Look at that. How cool is that? So it gives you horizontal distance and altitude, which is pretty fun. This is representing all of Kerbin, I think. So basically that line and that line are the same place. So yeah, that's fun. That can't be right though, because like, I mean, it's showing that we're like almost halfway around the planet. And yeah, that's not right at all. It's fun though, and it even defines like when you can see kind of. I don't actually know what these colors represent, but I think it's something to do with like your atmospheric efficiency, like air drag loss versus gravity loss. So like down here, obviously your drag loss is going to be much higher than your gravity loss. Up here, your gravity loss is going to be yeah, it's going to be higher anyway. That's fun. Still pretty low, all things considered. Given how powerful this rocket is, we are still quite low. Especially considering that we're going to have to make a inclination change if we want to rendezvous with KBN-B. Ooh, I had not thought about that. Our Delta V budget on this might be tighter than I thought it would be, and I thought it would be tighter than I'm used to. I mean, granted, I'm used to ditching this upper stage tank with like tons and tons of fuel in it, but... Alright, let's get Kerbal Engineer on this and see what we got here. 1500 Delta V. That should be plenty. Should be. I think after our inclination change, though, it's gonna be very close. I think we're not going to be able to rendezvous in one orbit. We're going to have to just, you know, use time instead of fuel. But also, for those of you wondering why I use such high numbers, that was weird. In these boxes, you know, 42 as opposed to 40 and 56 as opposed to 40. I do that so that by default, gravity turn will be going at like this angle to the horizon, but at like 45 kilometers to 50 kilometers. So you're still in kind of the top of the atmosphere, and as a result you get re-entry effects, which I don't like. Shock heating is not the sort of thing that you really want on ascent if you can help it. Um, so, but yeah, that's why I do it. I put those numbers high so that it's a steeper trajectory, which loses efficiency, but I think it's better. I want that open so that I can hit the abort button. Right, and here is Service Truss 2, and as you can see, it has passive ports on both sides. All right. Cool. All right, let's get these set up. Oh, target. I don't know why. We'll go with 4 and 2. And if we start running low on power, which we shouldn't. I've got lots of extra batteries up here. Yeah, we shouldn't really need power. So let's see. KBN-B is our target. So let's get a sending node here. Yeah, it's going to be expensive. Alright, what is that? Yeah, 238. Oh yeah, that is much closer than I'd like. We are going to use RCS to do a lot of our attitude control stuff, just because we can, and this is really heavy. Normally I'd put a cut here, but just because our Delta V budget is so tight, I think it's kind of more. We've got suspense going on our side here for entertainment value, anyway. So yeah, let's just keep this going. And time to node burn. That's a long burn. Oh, it's because that was wrong. Alright, how'd we do? Close enough. So we actually want to... I guess we're going to have to do it at the other node. Okay. About here. Okay. Yeah, we should not use, really under any circumstances, more than 200 delta V. So we're going to try and aim for 150. first we need to reorient. Alright, that has to happen. So that's 100, wow, that's 150 right there. Okay, that's not great. Now wait a minute. Let's use science here. It's ahead of us, so we need to catch up, so we need a lower orbit. Why am I trying to go high? That's just silly. Yep. Okay. Here's our... What's her parry? Oh, yeah. No, we can't do that. That's clearly we can't do that. Okay, so we do need go in that direction, but we can basically go as close as we dare. All right, let's get ourselves lined up. Out of soda, which is unfortunate for me. Alright, we're actually gonna just add a maneuver alarm just so we don't screw that up. We can actually see it if you look. There's this little dot of light going zipping around. That is our target. It's so cool that we can see it. Oh wow, that's Elu? Yeah, crazy. Okay, this is going to be a 4-second burn, which is really short. And we do have reserves. Like I'm kind of making this out to be a little more chancy than it is. We do have fuel reserves on board, but the more of those I use, the more I'm going to wind up being unstable for final docking. I actually managed to get this fuel pod and this life support pod to be exactly the same weight. So this is perfectly balanced. We're going to try and use RCS to back that up. Partly because we can't really afford to I don't know why I'm doing that. That's fine. All's well. Okay. So we should be catching up. So let's set a maneuver at periapsis and see if we can't get our rendezvous to be this orbit. Okay. Nope. Nope. Okay. Yeah, this is a much less aggressive approach. We are trading essentially time for, it's taking longer, but it's costing us a lot less fuel, which is important. so we're gonna get our alignment done now. We'll set up another maneuver. Alright, how much delta V do we have left? 268. That's plenty. Do a lot with 260. Of course, we can't go any faster. Because our orbit is so low, which is unfortunate. I have been thinking that we want to boost the orbit of our stations by about 10 kilometers each. You know what? Let's... There we go. That'll give us a lot more in terms of reaction time for the cutoff, for engine cutoff. See it there, just there. Our target. Coming up on engine cutoff. Boom. Perfect. Alright, how are we doing? Alright, let's give ourselves a little RCS kick. Okay. 4 is the best we can do. 4 is the best we can do, but that's close enough. Okay, so now we want to get this right. Alright, I think that's about... Okay, so we are more or less lined up. We're going to turn off RCS just because we want to preserve our close encounter. Alright. Little white dot against the big black sky. It's getting bigger. It's a bigger white dot. Of course, now it's not a dot because it's not seeing the reflected light. There's Minmus with our lander mining away. You can see the little white dot inside the little diamond there, because of course we are in daylight now. I want to get us there quickly, just because, you know, the episode might run long, but I also don't want to be in time acceleration when we get into physics range, because I've had experiences where that will stop and start the video, so I'll wind up with a two-part video, which is great when that's what you want, but when it's not what you want, it's kind of crap. Okay. So we actually want to go... We don't want to point at our maneuver. Our maneuver is silly. It was close enough, but it wasn't great or anything. So we want to point at... we want to point retrograde relative to our target. A little bit more time acceleration. Just ever so little. Getting up to... I'll cut it off at like 2.7.